Okay, in this video episode, we are going to use a parent graph to sketch another graph. The question asks, sketch the graph of y equals negative x cubed, and then use translations to sketch y equals negative x minus 3 all cubed plus 2. So essentially, we're going to use this graph to sketch that graph. So the first thing we want to do is actually sketch this graph. Now, once we sketch it up here on the number plane, then we're going to use vertical translations and horizontal translations in order to draw that other graph. And we're going to be using this formula here, which is kind of similar to this final graph over here. It's cubed, we've got a cube there, so it's y equals x minus h. H is the horizontal shift, all cubed plus c. C is a parameter, it is the constant of up and down vertically. So we're going to move this parent graph, y equals negative x cubed, to the left or right, depending on what we come up with, and up and down. So we're going to do a lot of translations here. So let's use this to draw that. So the first thing we want to do is draw that. Now to draw it, you can do a table of values, or as they call it, a t-table. We can do one of those. So let's see about doing a t-table. Okay, with a t-table, we're looking at x and y. This is just for negative x cubed. So let's start putting some values in there. So I'm going to go from, say, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. All right, let's substitute negative 2 into y equals negative x cubed. Let me just write again here. Y equals negative x cubed. We're not going to put it straight into this. Why? Because we're going to use this to draw that. So all we need to do is draw that. It's pretty simple to draw a cubic, especially when it's got a negative in there. So I'm going to substitute negative 2 into that. Negative 2 cubed, negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 is negative 8. And we've got a negative in front of that negative 8. So it turns into a positive. So that's going to be positive 8. Okay, let's put negative 1 to that. Negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. With a negative in front of that, turns to positive. So it's a 1. 0 x cubed is 0. 1 cubed is 1. With a negative in front of it, makes it a negative 1. And 2 cubed is 8. With a negative is a negative 8. So all we have to do is plot these points up there and sketch that curve. And then we're going to use translations to sketch the second curve. So let's sketch the negative x cubed. So we've got negative 2, 8. So negative 2, 8, that's off the chart. So it's going to be about up that way. We've got negative 1, 1, negative 1, 1, which is there. We've got 0, 0, which is there. 1, negative 1, 1, negative 1, it's there. And 2, negative 8, 2, negative 8, it's off the charts down that way. Okay, so if I was to draw that, it's going to look something like this. That's a cubic. Okay, it's a bit wobbly. There we go. So we got y equals negative x cubed. Y equals negative x cubed. There it is. There's our vertex at 0, 0. Now that we've sketched this, because this is relatively easy to sketch, what we're going to do is we're going to use this to sketch that one over here. So let me just put a red box around what we're about to sketch. We're going to use translations to sketch that. We're going to base it on this formula. Now, with this formula here, we've got in the brackets where it's cubed, we have x minus h. H is the horizontal shift, left or right. So because it's a minus, we're going to do the opposite because we've got it in brackets. The opposite of that would be a positive. So whatever's in there, we have a negative there. So the opposite of negative 3 becomes 3. So our vertex, if you want to call that the vertex or the inflection point, is 3, positive 3. That negative becomes a positive 3. And the 2 stays positive. That's the constant vertical shift, which is 2. So it's 3, 2 for that point of inflection right there. Now, because that's a negative, this is also negative, so that means whatever we draw, it's going to go this way, not the other way, which is positive that way. So it's going to stay this way, top left, bottom right. So this is going to have the same kind of thing. So that's our vertex, 3, 2. We're going to find that and put that there, then translate this graph up there. So 3, 2, let's mark it out. 1, 2, 3, up 2, there's our point right there. So all we have to do is take the exact same size and shape of y equals negative x cubed and slide it horizontally to 3 and then up to 2. So it's the same shape, same size. So let's see how we got this. We go across 1, up 1, across 1, up 1, we've got a point there. Across 1, down 1, across 1, down 1, and we go there. So it's going to look like this. That's the beginning of it. And then it goes out that way, that way. Then this goes down. Like that. And there we go. Y equals negative x minus 3, x minus 3, all cubed, x minus 3 all cubed, and we've got a plus 2. Plus 2. That's a negative there. Y equals negative x minus 3 all cubed plus 2. The inflection point is there and has shifted from here right over there. So again, the translations are positive 3, even though there's a negative there, 3 to the right and 2 up. So there's our point, 3 to the right and up 2. And then take the exact same shape and size and slide it up there. And there you go. Hope that helps.